The FBI says there is no match for DNA retrieved from a glove found on the side of the road near the Guthrie home. That DNA was run through a national database, but unfortunately, there was no match to any of the roughly 22 million samples. It's a devastating end to what police thought was their most viable lead, and it comes 17 days since the 84-year-old mom of Today host Savannah Guthrie was abducted from her Tucson home. Let's bring in our Alex Stone out of Tucson, along with contributor and former FBI agent Brad Garrett. So, Alex, what else do we know?
Yeah, this coming in the last couple of minutes from the Sheriff's Department, Kira, that they did not get a hit on that glove. Now, this glove, you remember, it was unlikely it was involved in the crime anyway. It was 2 miles away from here. They have found a number of black gloves. In fact, our team even found a black glove yesterday while we were out in the desert area that apparently searchers have taken them off. There are homeless that might have them on and take them off when they're around. So this is hitting a wall now in that. They could look at it genetically if they wanted to go down and try to get familial DNA off of it and try to make the connection that way, if they think it is that important of a piece of evidence. But they did have the DNA. They thought that maybe they would get a hit. But as we say, we just learned they did not get a hit. So,
Brad, what do you think? Does this bring the investigation back to square one?
Obviously, no one definitively can say that was the Doors' gloves. It may not be all lost, though. Let's just say, for example, that today, tomorrow, next week, they arrest a guy that's at the door, and they pull his DNA, and then if it matches, then at least they found the gloves that go to him. It's like so many leads, Kara, where you don't have all the pieces to get to the end of the road, and this is just another one. These cases are like a spokes on a wheel. And you got to run every spoke you can at the same time, simultaneously, to come up with a lead where you can fill in most of the wheel. And they haven't got there yet, and it's not their fault. If it's not there, it's not there. I will say whomever took Nancy has at least done a good job of being able to hide from law enforcement. Hopefully that will end, but that remains to be seen.
Well, Alex, what is next in the investigation then?
Well, a lot of new things beyond the glove that we're learning about right now. One, we know that today investigators have been going to gun shops around Tucson to see if they can identify the gun or the unique holster that was seen in the doorbell camera. That's also where they saw those gloves that they thought looked similar to the one that they had found that now they have not gotten a hit on in CODIS in the DNA database, but trying to figure out if they can figure out where the suspect got the gun. The other thing that they have been in recent weeks, we now know, on drones flying with technology to detect Bluetooth or weak Wi-Fi signals to try to get some sign of her pacemaker if she were to be out in the desert somewhere. It doesn't seem like they got anything there either. But as we've been reporting, the sheriff is now completely clearing the Guthrie family, saying they had nothing to do with this crime after there were some claims that family members may have had something to do. The sheriff, in an interview with our local affiliate moments ago, saying this of why he is clearing the Guthrie family and making it very public.
In politics, you always have that, right? The ugliness comes out, and it's a shame. But when we talk about victims being re-victimized, what is really the purpose of cops? To protect. If you attack a victim, I'm going to step in and say something. I will be their voice. That family is suffering. They are hurting.
And Kira, the sheriff saying that he does not know the motive in this case. He has heard the claims that it was a burglary gone wrong. He says they have no indication of that. He doesn't know what this was, if it was a kidnapping or a burglary where something happened and she was harmed and taken. He says they just don't know. But they've now received, he believes, over 40,000 tips that they are going through and trying to decipher through all of those tips of which ones are credible and which ones are not. That black glove was just one of the things that they were following. That one, it looks like, has hit a wall, a roadblock, if they continue down with that one to determine if it had any involvement. But they are moving forward.
All right, Alex Stone, Brad Garrett, thank you both.